How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. So yes, you did read that title correctly. Today's video is going to be all about a quarantine haircut. What I'm going to be showing you guys is how to do a skin fade on the back and sides of your hair. I'm not going to be messing with the top. And I'm going to try to keep this as simple as I possibly can. I'm going to go through everything, I'm going to explain exactly what I'm doing, and I'm going to speed up the clips just so you guys can see exactly how I do it. This quarantine has led a lot of people to start giving themselves haircuts, but today in this video I'm going to try to show you how to do it right. And plus, if you mess up during this time, you guys don't have to go out in public and show everyone. So you know what, before we get started, I think this video needs an intro.
Every corner twice as bright, they'll be my treasures forever. When I can't hold you tight, I'll see the Stockholm lights, the Stockholm lights, the Stockholm lights.
Alright guys, so here's everything you're going to need for this. Obviously you're going to need a clipper. This one happens to be wireless, it's much more convenient. And then I've got every guard here set up from 1/2 all the way up to 4. And I've also got a brush here to clean off the clipper, just so it doesn't get clogged up or anything. I've also got a comb and a hair clip here. This is optional. I'll explain why you need that later. We're also going to need a hat, any type will work, and also a type of handheld mirror, and of course a big mirror. And both of these are going to be very helpful. If you don't have one of these, I definitely recommend you should get one. And with that, we can get started. Alright, now that we're all set up, we can get started now. And if you've got one of these, I definitely recommend that you just throw it on. Okay, so we're going to start off this fade with this hat right here. The way that I'm going to do this is I'm going to try to align it with where I want the skin fade to start. I put it at just a bit below the half point of the back of my head, and that's all I'm going to work with right here when I have the hat on. I'm just going to shave everything below this line with a clipper with no guard on it. And make sure that you have this line aligned where exactly you want it to be, because this is going to be the line that we're going to be working with throughout the rest of the entire haircut.
Brian Little.
So as you're doing that, you can go over the same space as many times as it takes to get it as close as you can. And once we're done with that, I just took the hat off, and now I'm going to try to align this with my sideburns so I can take the fade up into the front. And the way that I'm going to do it is I'm going to have the line sloping upwards. So the lowest point is going to be right here on the back of my head. I'm going to have it sloping slightly upwards until it gets to the highest point at around my temple right here. I'm going to try to even it up with the mirrors on both sides as close as I possibly can. So let's do this. So as you come up to the sideburns, try to get that as even as you can and leave a little bit of space between your ear and the top of your hair level. So next what we're going to do to start the fade, we're just going to get a 1 guard or about 3 millimeters, and we're just going to snap it onto the edge here. And the way that I'm going to start this fade is that as if this were the side of my head, I'm just going to go in an arcing motion. I'm not going to go straight up and down because it's going to be hard to control and the fade is not going to be smooth. And the way that I'm going to do this is I'm going to try to keep a uniform length here, so let's just say about 1/2 inch or so. I'm going to go all the way around this entire band here, coming back around to the other side. I'm just going to go through the entire thing and get as close as I can. And you're going to notice that this line kind of stays here, but just don't worry about that now. So you may have noticed that I put this clip in my hair with this comb. And the only reason I did that is because I have a part on one side, and that's what I use as a guide when I'm going up here with each guard. So that's exactly what I need to do on this side. Since there was no part before, there's not really much of a guide, so it's kind of hard to keep it even without that. So as I was doing this one, if I didn't say before, I'm going to take this all the way up to a 3. So be sure when you're doing this to leave enough space for the 2 guard as well as the 3 guard at the top. So the next step that we're going to do is if you have a half guard, or this is about 1.5 millimeters, be sure to snap that one on for next. Otherwise, if you don't have half sizes, if you have a lever on the side of your clipper, just move that to the up position. And this is going to extend the blade outward. So it's going to pretty much do the same thing, but since I've got the other sizes, I prefer to do this. And every time you change, be sure that it is in the right position. You don't want to make it too short, but if you make it too long, you can always go back and fix it. So we're going to just do the same thing with the half guard. We're just going to snap that on. And you see this line here that was going throughout the entire side here? That's what I'm going to do with this 1/2. I'm just going to go through and try to make that line vanish. So the technique I was using there when I was blending is I just got directly up to the line. I didn't try to go above it or below it. I just went directly to that line and I kind of rubbed the clipper against it. And when you're doing this, try to go slow so it gets as close as you possibly can. This is going to help fade that line and not get into the clipper that you had just gone into, so this one is still preserved all the way around. So next up, what we're going to do is we're just going to snap the 2 guard on. And we're just going to follow this line around here where the 1 was, and we're just going to try to take this up to about maybe another 1/2 inch or so, up until the top of your head, or wherever that part happens to be. And we're just going to do the same thing. That's why I said make that original line as clean as possible, because this is what we're going to be using, and this is going to ensure that you get a clean haircut. So now that we've got the 2 all the way around, I'm going to do the exact same thing I did before with the 1/2, but now just with the 1.5. I'm just going to go all the way around and blend until this line kind of disappears and the fade looks a little bit more complete. By the way, if you're liking this video so far, be sure to drop a like down below and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Let's continue this haircut. So next we're going to snap that last guard on here. Right now I've got the 3 or the 10 millimeter guard on right now, and I'm just going to take care of everything else that I hadn't got previously. Now it should be pretty easy. All you need to do is just go from the last line that you made all the way up to your part. Alright guys, so here are the results. I think it came out pretty well. And as I said before, I tried to make it as even as I could on both sides. And this is definitely a great thing to do. Now that you know how to do this, you never have to pay for a haircut again. And also, don't forget to have fun cleaning all of this up when you're done. That's also a great thing to do. Also, I feel really good about this one. So definitely be sure to give this one a shot. It's super fun, and it's just definitely something that's great to do if you got a lot of free time during quarantine. This is something that I've been practicing over the course of the past 6 months or so before this quarantine even started, so I've had plenty of experience doing this. You can take this fade up as high or as low as you want to, and once you learn how to do it, there's a lot of different things that you can do with this. I hope you guys found this video helpful. Like I said, be sure to give this one a shot. Let me know how it goes. If you got any questions, don't hesitate to let me know down in the comments. Also be sure to drop a like, share this video if you think anyone else can find it helpful, and be sure to subscribe to my channel. Thank you all guys so much for watching. Thank you for your support. Have fun. Stay safe. Peace.